What's going on, YouTube? So interesting video today I wanted to make. Winter's right around the corner, people are winterizing their bikes, and I really wanted to show how much moisture actually gets in these crankcases if you're starting the bike for a short period of time and not really letting it get up to operating temp. I have my Ducati in front of me here, and with this clear clutch cover, you can really see how much condensation and moisture buildup is getting inside of the engine on this bike. I recently had it running for about 5 minutes, went and fueled up, and that's how much moisture is still in this crankcase. And the bike was at operating temperature, just didn't stay there for long enough to let that condensation evaporate. If you periodically start your bike over the winter and you're not actually riding it, that moisture in the crankcase long term isn't a good thing. And water, H2O, is a natural byproduct of an internal combustion engine, so there's nothing wrong with your bike. This is normal. So in this video, I actually want to start the bike and time it to see how long it actually takes this condensation to leave this visible clutch cover here. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. I think it's going to be close to 20-30 minutes at least, especially if I'm not riding it, just idling it, a few revs here and there in the garage. So I'm very curious to see, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. So let's just turn the bike on here. It's bone cold, hasn't been ran since yesterday. I'm going to wait until 12:30 so we can have a nice easy time to go off of. And then my plan is to monitor the engine coolant temp, the clock, and the moisture on the side cover, and just give you guys a rough time frame, how long a bike actually takes to truly get up to operating temp. Just hit 12:30, let's go. This video to be too long, I'm going to time lapse it and we'll just watch the clock. Hasn't changed yet. 60 degrees, that's usually where I start riding the bike. There's no temperature felt on the clutch cover yet, a little bit in the cylinder heads. Almost 10 minutes in, 73 degrees coolant temp. Cylinder head's just getting to a temperature where I can't put my hand on it. It's getting pretty warm. And the clutch basket is just starting to feel warm to the touch, but not hot yet. 13 minutes. We're just up to operating temp. So 13 minutes to idle up to operating temperature. See a lot of moisture in the bottom of that bowl still. We're getting to a point where the bike's going to be hot enough, the fans are going to be kicking on. And look at that. Still tons of moisture in there. 16 minutes in, almost at 100 degrees. So you can see the outer ring where the moisture is just kind of starting to loosen up, and the bike's at 100 degrees. It's almost overheating. engines are just starting to kick on. Give her a few revs and some RPM. Try and cycle some coolant and oil through the engine. So that moisture ring is starting to evaporate now, but we've been running for 20 minutes. We're coming up on 25 minutes. That clutch cover is so hot I can't touch it anymore. Just starting to get hot enough to evaporate. So we're at a half hour of runtime. The sight glass there is just starting to clear up. You can still see quite a bit of moisture in the bottom bowl there. I'm gonna idle around the block just to try and cool it down a little bit. I don't think it's super healthy having the bike running this hot for long periods of time. Then we're gonna pull her back in the shop and take a really good look at it. All right, just pulling back into the shop here. Rode for about 4 minutes. Light load, the coolant temp dropped about 10 degrees. And now let's take a really good look at the clutch cover. As you can see here, we have almost no visible moisture. The fog is completely gone. You can see the oils kind of splash lubricating and stripping that moisture off the lens, and that's going to cycle through the engine and actually evaporate off. That's what you want. You want the oil to absorb that moisture and get it hot in the moving parts of the engine, around the pistons, where the temperatures are going to be a lot hotter. That helps get rid of that moisture much faster, much more efficiently. All right, we are back in the shop. We had the bike running for a half hour and there was still moisture in that sight glass. I took it for 3-4 minute ride just around the block, 3,000 RPM, light load, and came back. No visible moisture in the sight glass. And now the bike's been sitting for another 10-15 minutes. That moisture is right back. So we've been sitting for, 25 minutes. We're still at 72 degrees. This is still hot to the touch. And look at how much moisture is still in there. So this just goes to show, without actually riding the bike, there is so much moisture and condensation in your crankcase that's getting into your oil that is a contaminant. All in all, after seeing this video, if you were just running your bike in the garage, revving it up, no load, you'd probably have to run it for an hour, and I don't think you'd get all the condensation out of the engine oil. Over a half hour for me, and we weren't even close. With your average bike, no way to tell if there's any moisture in there. You would never know. This video even surprised me. I thought after that short little ride and the moisture wasn't visible anymore, I thought we'd be good. I didn't think it would come back. This is kind of eye-opening. Because just like the average guy, I'm guilty for starting my bike over the winter. You want to hear the exhaust, you want to charge your battery a little bit. I've done it. But if you take anything away from this video, when you winterize your bike at the end of the year, take it for a good half-hour ride. You need a half-hour runtime and load on these things to actually get your oil temp up high enough where the moisture and condensation evaporates and starts to boil off. My bike was running at 100 degrees coolant temp for almost 20 minutes, and that moisture is still in the oil. The oil temperature is not actually getting hot enough. Coolant temp that you see on the dash and oil temp are two very different things. So keep that in mind, guys. If you like maintaining and keeping your bikes for a long period of time, this is just something super easy that you can do each winter to help maximize the life of your engine. This was a fun video for me to make. Hopefully you found it interesting like I did. If you got some value out of this, Send it to that friend that always starts his bike up over the winter. Let him know he probably shouldn't be doing it. But until next year, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.